Welcome once again to the Ahern video podcast. Today I want to talk about year-end planning. It's hard to believe we're already into mid-September. It's hard to believe that summer's over. It's hard to believe the kids are back in school. It's also hard to believe that we're going to be going through some cycles in our industry that are very difficult for our industry. The holidays impact cash flow. The weather impacts cash flow. The weather creates stress. The weather creates increased cost. That, coupled with hours of service revisions and CSA compliance and all of these other issues, means that you need to pay attention. You need to have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, you need to get a plan now. Over the last three segments of the podcast, I've stated accountability. I've stated treating each truck as a profit center. I've stated planning, and I've stated understanding what your costs are. Because if you don't understand what your costs are, it's going to be very difficult to get to where you want to be. Planning is so essential. Most of us say, okay, I'm going to make an extra $200,000 by year end. And that's their plan. Well, that's not a plan. That's a thought. It's not a specific goal, because in order to have a specific goal, you have to have a route to get to that specific goal. And in all the sales and marketing courses that I provide to our various clients, the first thing I ask the salesman, let me see your worksheets for the last 5 weeks. Well, what do you want those for? I want to know how many calls you made each day on new customers. I want to know how many calls you made on existing customers. And I want to know how many calls you made on customers we lost. Well, we don't do it that way. Well, what do you do? Because what I want to do is instill accountability. I want to know what they're doing. I want you to tell me who your 5 largest customers are in your territory. I want to tell me what your largest accomplishment was last week, what you're going to accomplish this week. And then I start changing their pattern, because in order to be successful, it's all about changing your behavioral pattern. It's all about having the glass half full instead of half empty. It's all about how you deal with challenges. Everybody in every business has challenges. We're no exception. As we continue to build our auditing practice, my challenge is consistently finding people that nobody else can find. And the reason I continue to do that is many of my clients get to a point where they're in their late 50s. They either sell their business or they retire, and they have nothing to do. They've got a lot of money, but look at all the talent that's there. Now, on an individual basis, can you afford to pay them their $500,000, $1 million salary? Of course not. But we cut a flat rate with them. It's not about the money. It's all about the purpose. It's all about the challenge. And when you do those things, what happens? You continually create knowledge. You continually create more power. And knowledge and power means you're able to take your business to another level if you embrace that. I've continually talked about technology. If you can't track all of your costs, if you can't push a button and in 5 to 10 seconds figure out on every dispatch if you made money or not, then you need to go out and get a system. Yes, we do have a system, but I'm not pushing the system. But ours is, my programmer says it's 100% accurate. I will tell you, I don't think there's anything in life that's 100% accurate. I'll tell you it's 99% accurate. But it also gives you a what-if scenario. What if a shipper calls you and says, I want you to haul 50 loads into California? You need to know whether you're going to make money or not, because you've got to do a couple of things. What if I use company drivers instead of independent contractors? With the weather company, you got a plan. If you're traveling in very heavily populated areas where there is a lot of precipitation, you need to plan for that. You have to have a contingency plan. If you're not getting proper utilization, you have to have a contingency plan. If you're not monitoring your trucks at 62 miles an hour, you better do it. Just the loss of fuel alone. I don't care that fuel is at an all-time low now. It doesn't make any difference. What are you going to do? If you're a reefer carrier, 15% of your total cost is reefer fuel. How many of the reefer carriers are passing on a reefer fuel surcharge to their customers? The smaller reefer carriers say, I can't do it. The bigger ones say, I do it every day. Now, somewhere in between lies the truth. But the point I'm making is, give a plan for the end of the quarter and then set up a 1, 3, and 5 year plan for the following year. You don't know how to do it, go get some help. Can we help you? Yes. But that's not the purpose of this podcast. I don't think I'm the smartest spark plug in the engine. I'm sure there's other people that are smarter than us. We do have a good track record, but what I'm trying to do is tell you planning, embracing technology, tracking cost, accountability in your people, analyzing customers, preparing for the unexpected. These are all important things. I've continually stated that hold on, because insurance is going to start escalating. And everybody tells me, my insurance agent just told me I'm getting a decrease. Trust me, insurance rates are going to go up. I just don't know exactly when, but they are. Look at the economy. Look at the world economy. $19 trillion worth of debt, 47 million people that are hunger deprived in the United States, and we keep creating more debt, which means more taxes to you and I, to help other countries. Well, that's great, but we can't even help ourselves. We are not at 6% unemployment. What you have to do is understand statistics, and that's not un-American. Yes, we're in the greatest country in the world, but you need to plan so you don't become another statistic. The reason the unemployment rate is down is because some people that can't get full-time jobs are now getting part-time jobs. They're no longer counted. Other people that can't get benefits anymore, they're not counted. And people that gave up aren't counted. So if there's any words of wisdom, it's plan, 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 plan. Cost reduction, cost reduction, cost reduction. Technology, technology, technology. Accountability, accountability, accountability. Until next time, thank you for attending the podcast.